From where Salon Tinap for himself inside 1961, community development all about the country na serious challenge simply because the central government get plenty things for look after with the small money where the country they get. But through the local government system, central government through the Ministry of Finance don't they give money to local council them for do projects them for help support the National Development Plan.
Local councils then come in for help central government for deliver services because central government will deliver services all over the country. So when I make in 2004, they come with them back, so when they say I can help central government. And when they come with them clearly determine waiting, then they do. The services, they deliver services there across several sectors, in health, in education, in agriculture, social welfare, which man call devolved services, in other words, devolved functions. But also, then they undertake development projects.
And that are one among different channels where the central government they use for make the National Development Plan all water, but small. But the council them actually they do them project here?
They don't do plenty over the years in various sectors. So then they implement the report, we go, we check, we confirm, they will send all the money back.
Between September and October 2022, the government na Fritong sent Saliu Kamara, Assistant Director in the Ministry of Finance, the Fiscal Decentralization Department, for go see the projects and the different village and sites them, they and correct. The government na Fritong can support local council and work two main way them. The first one are general to all the council them.
So for the devolved functions, basically two things are force way for happen. Each year, as you know, when the budget process starts, budget bureau they allocate what we call vertical allocation. Now big word. It means say they determine each year health, for example, how much they give for shape to all local councils. So each year we discuss that first with budget bureau first. For say okay, for this year we allocate, say for example, 10 billion to all local councils. Education 3 billion, agriculture 6 billion. Then our first stage down the first. After that stage day, we can determine now per that 10 billion for education, for example, how much Bo City Council forget, how much Kenema Council forget, how much Magni City Council forget. That process day we determine now with stakeholders.
And the second, now two projects them we mean say council them first need for send proposal to the Ministry of Finance na Fritong for the small development grant for support community development.
For the development grant, the council because they know what they want for do and how they want for do them. At the various it can be for something they want to do water well, something they want to do road, something they want to do culvert, something they want to build school, or something they want to build health facility. Then they send the proposal to we with cost. When they send the proposal to we they sit down now, we get engineer there, when they review the proposal there, we go sit down with them. We jointly review the proposal. So the cost we revise that downwards, so they revise up on the penny or something they miss out something. Once they don't agree, then they submit them formally now for approval for the ministry. Once we say approval now, they will use that for provide the funding to them for that project day.
Plus waiting then at the development plan every year, council can say so know waiting people and need inside every month meeting them.
Most of the time when they get on meetings them, we can catalog most of the felt needs we can because councillors they can come and project waiting the community they ask for them. And one key thing where the community people are then request for several persistently now let them get a very good community barrier who said they go they do the meetings, who said they go they do other social activities, a lot of things where they say they could do. So because of persistency and we need for respond where we get the chance, so we develop a cover note and present that to Minister of Finance. Minister of Finance because now a government ministry where cares for the people. Let's have look at the cover note and say okay this is good. With community people at the under, they say this is a part of the felt need. Lord give the support to the council, and they gave us the support as a council. Then the council will effect the development where we see right now. So it's map now.
For confirm waiting Mohamed Aliu Kuruma, where the talk for the Kailan District Council don't say Edmond Brema na Malima village inside Yahweh chiefdom say government give them pass the ordinary court barrier where them be asked for.
Now a dream way it can true will not be the expect for see the kind of because we will be request for a barrier. But the one on the attachment where they make panel, we na they get place, we'll get for lodge people them, we get to them, they can place them there. So in fact, it's a good dream what we get and we dream come true.
We get the quarter as you see, on my left. Then at the quarter, 2 rooms and self-contained with it. We get the outside toilet also. If you go to the main barrier, they get toilets also in a self-contained. Then we dig water well for them also. We get for the serve the barrier as well.
If you look at this project, in total project costs now around 575,000 new loans. So if we talk about the old loans, it's like 575 million loans, right? So if you look at the structure we then put in place, of course, it get a few challenges then but we then go correct. We definitely get for do with the technical ability of the contractor. But if you look at the materials, you look at how challenging it is to actually come here. And also considering say we try for promote the local content for make sure say we use contractors already within the locality, you go get them satisfactory remarks.
Different from the Malema Court barrier, the Ministry of Finance support the Kailahun District Council with 594,000 new loans for do this multi-purpose meeting place inside Jejema, Malema Chiefdom.
The way how be the whole meeting, we then say let all the section or let all meet in Jejema town, Court barrier. Some of people can get in and do because the place too tight. Some people they don't go even able for go there.
Not if you good because the place look very clean, the place look very small. So we people meeting there, feel very comfort.
Now them people here then constrain make the district council and Kailahun bin start this project but not be able to complete them. And as a result, the building may go bad.
So around 2019, then come up with this project again, a proposal for completer. The structure be in bad shape. The roof be need for undo the roof. And there be need for also broke some pillars them inside the hall. And we get a toilet we also be need for redo and the hand dog well.
The ministry, always before they agree for let any project carry on, go fair not force how much it mean to the people way for benefit from them.
If at that time they will even realize say then they make some show. They use them even when it be there in that very dangerous condition. People they use them for stage programs, meetings. And so it be very clear say the community want the project, right? So we look at the engineers and look at the other structures. Initially, some of the things they wouldn't be feel say enough for broke. The engineer gave for recommend say for now we get the structure very sound. We need for put a lot of things them. So it's like you're almost doing the old structure.
The other building they make, really appreciate the work what they do. Cause they don't bring other things for level they make dance day.
Friday, one we big man become all become at the center. All be entered the place left. So meaning the place very fine for we.
The reason for this multi-purpose building at Jejema, Kailahun districts like other side them, now the same for Limbaya Tong, Sulema Chiefdom, Falaba district. Alhaji Kaim Samura, now the councillor for Ward 129, where they cover 9 sections them, now this northeast region. But this 487,000 new loans multi-purpose building in no more they cover 4 sections them. And the one Nakambaya will cost 435,000 new loans, they help take care of the other section them.
The one multi-purpose in a completion. This one within a Nakambaya, this one Limbaya in a construction.
If you watch the community, you could see say not to that kind of small community, and you don't take away this year been rise up. Of course, now two main things where them been getting higher, when the solar ball and this community proposed where them they try for raise up to government for help. Got so lucky as this government come in, then the solar ball enforce come up in there as I talk to you right now. They work. Then Total Fit na council say this na because of course they are the highway. I discuss and the council chairman come instead can investigate. He say yes, people that really in need of farm. Because if people then come for old meeting, we not get side for Shidon for engage people them. they say, well, at least let people help them, let government help them for make them get multi-purpose building.
This community meeting place problem they all about the country, including major city center them. Inside Kenema City, the people and then council don't struggle for over 30 years since the late 80s for build the first city hall.
I get sense, I see me uncle the Tot Sansa, the Kauta. That was 87, 89 now. I see them they build Sansa, then say, they go now town council hall, they go maker, they go pillar. From that time to now, I don't say, oh, the people of Kenema, then they yearn for let this all they are done.
Until with central government support inside 2019, and not like the Kenema City being forever able to complete this facility where they take at least 1,000 people.
Most of the activities, the way you want to take Nafrito or other part of the country, you will prefer for Bringanaya because of the size and the facilities we will able to offer. So from the proposal, we look at them and we look the structure. The structure very massive, get a lot of cracks. So instead of completion, we move on to reconstruction because it be need for put down the entire roof, the ceiling, and even some part of the building because it be get a lot of cracks. So instead of a patch do cracks, we not be too sure about its sustainability. So we turn on to a reconstruction. You put gallery, so change the design. Let it look like a modern day hall, right? So the cost then was about 4.3 billion in the old currency, we equivalent to 4.3 million now.
People now the major felt need this storm. They want married self pass them go na Trinity. They want do any other thing. Even the government in power now will they talk. Anything meeting they want all at Kenema, pass them they go to private individual. They go to na Trinity. But now today, this particular hall we see, if any ministry now this country want hold meeting where you can at Kenema, they will tell you say go na city council hall. And city council hall gets a capacity of 2,500. You see the hall, how it is. We are so proud of this hall. This hall, they help we for generate more revenue.
The second phase now for complete the administrative building. And the administrative building is attached to the city hall. As you can see, it look awkward if we not do the administrative building. Additionally, the council administration building where they use right now, it look tight. Right, they need space, so this one will provide the needed space because they get a very big department, when the metro department, where they're not able to house in the existing building. But with this one, they will able to house all of them and they give a facelift to the entire environment of the hall. So this one, the cost now 1.4 billion, now the old loans. So if you call the new loan, it will be 1.4 million.
Inside Timu village, the Bond District Council, after where the community request been put down the old court barrier and do new one.
On this project here, we do the court barrier itself, we do the rehabilitation. After that, it get locked up now the back with a store. We do rehabilitation. They also provide 2 sets of toilets. 1 set 3 drop hole for female, the other 3 drop hole for male, and a flush now instead of a VIP latrine, a flush toilet. So these are the components. We also do another toilet attached to for the paramount chief himself because we will look at her initially for the move around, go attend to nature. But when the project starts, we talk to we decide for attach another one. So from the office, you can just go into the toilet and return back.
The cost for this now 450,000 millions, and the proposal from the Bond District Council being reached the Ministry of Finance inside 2019.
We can review and there be a reconstruction because like existing building, they almost end up for put and down and get this type of structure, make sure it's in tile, get lock-up rooms, get 2 sets of toilets, and then provide also with furniture because there be 2 components, the reconstruction and the furniture component.
Obadiwata, na the Bond municipality, the central government through the Ministry of Finance, they help give life back to one by the oldest administrative building in Asalon, within at the headquarters for the entire Bond district and the Shabu Island.
Before this time, we get the Shabu Urban District Council, and IMB hosts that entire administration of the Shabu Urban District Council. During the war period, the naval gunship being in the exchange of firing being destroyed this building, and several attempts over the years. Stakeholders they don't do for fix them back, they're not able at all for fix them.
So then give the proposal as we can normally do. We send a team who can watch. We talk to the stakeholders them. They're very enthusiastic about the project as a felt need. We look at the technical part of it. We get small challenges because look different from other areas. We see the building in near the sea and so many things and the way the engineers normally they take into consideration for the life of the project. And also the building now almost carcass be just enough. We need for not only complete but also demolish a good part of it.
Like the Kenema City Hall, Mayor Sandy hopes a way the work complete for make this building turn up back with new face will give life back to the municipality and help make money for the council.
This building where it will be completed, it will be one of the best buildings at the seafront of Banff. We will transform them to a state where we will hold office spaces. Again, get a very big hall for conferences, meetings of whatever type, whatever receptions could be hosted there. Again, get a very sound musical system, first of its kind at the municipality of Banff. So we not go straight again for go beyond the municipality for bring just musical set or PA system for enhanced way operation. We get beautiful chairs, table, conference chairs, tables. I mean, for host very good meetings. We get kitchen facility where you can have Banff. Outside for itself a big challenge. So we're going to bring all of that to put another place. In the evening hours, this arena around the clock tower, we're going to be a very beautiful place. We're going to fix. Outside people can come together, share their stories, and plan for the development of Banff.
It been take the Ministry of Finance term for get the correct new city design we go fit this Sansan gun. But for do rehabilitation work, now the administrative building for the Bond District Council building inside Matu, not been triangle like that.
If it don't damage before, if it don't really go out of hand, so we write a proposal to Ministry of Finance for let them rehabilitate her. So then send a team, then come then self-assess, they approve. So after they don't approve, then they pay through local council development grant. As they see before, where they take the step for enter inside, all the structure, the tile be don't spoil. You look at the ceiling, the leak, the roof get problem, plenty area, the drainage.
The project in costs now be 1,020 million in the old currency.
By the time we reach Mandutong inside Valonia Chiefdom Board District, voter registration for the 2023 election be the carry on. And Councillor Momodu Alaji Kamara for Ward 300 see the multi-purpose hall powerful and as a result help give speed to people and for register for the 2023 polls.
Because for far too long, the people that been on the wish for and God don't make it don't happen. So now a project when a community design, they give me through the ward committees, we go to an council, the council approval, they send it to the government, a government send and give it.
So it's basically designed as a small scale multi-purpose hall where you go host at least at most 250 to 250 people on the meeting or any recreational activity. And a big hall, of course, we get 2 office space. We get 2 VIP toilets, and even outside we even get external toilet. And even the hall gets, we fabricate the hall. We get chairs them and table them so that when they come for meeting, you don't need for couch chair. So we even get hand dog well and even solar power the facility so that light not will be the problem.
So the project in cost is about 628 million at the old Leon currency. So now they call it 628,000.
Originally, now this open court barrier space the Mando people don't use for social and administrative activity them. Imagine Kumala Tong, chiefdom headquarter for Kalian Chiefdom Koinadugu district, with a population size of about 3 or more thousand people, and get this police post will not ever get sell. The new hope now for the people them, Napandi cut barrier wey central government don help them for bill and get sai for keep people wey commit offence.
For 70-something years now, we not get cut barrier now. But now any meeting, we get fine barrier now. We declare it for that. We not so we don't glad it.
We don't get cut barrier. We see we choose say what are development and they, but we pin this one before this barrier business before now because of na chief headquarter. And we come back now the paramount chief in the meeting now with the hell. So they find in the meeting so far let be one that find barrier like this kind of building that will go get. So no make we tell God thank you, we tell government thank you, the effort we don't do for we. So we're so glad so much.
Components of the project now the main building, then get police cell, you get an office. Now within the office you get toilet facility when flush. We the square balance because initially it is supposed to get a hand dog well, so they increase the size of the facility and also for Kredandi. So the engineer work out the cost of the hand dog well and now reflect on the size and for take them component then two things and they if also get a furniture component, so they forget some number of benches and tables that way go there inside the office way in the paramount chief in your own office. So that are the component of the project. Of course you get a VIP latrine outside the structure itself.
This channel where the central government they use for support local council them and take development to village and community them. Look at the work well. But just like life generally, the small challenge they never done.